Checking in first thing Thursday afternoon, just getting ready for lower body volume day after some client appointments and some can't even articulate my thoughts, out of the office meetings. I got the SSB Squat today, changing up the lower body volume squat variation. So taking a conservative approach with the reps, weights, sets, etc. But hopefully it doesn't put me in the dirt too fast because it's been quite a few minutes since I got under the SSB for squats. From there, I'm going to experiment with some belt squat good mornings using the shoulder harness, so that should be interesting. And then we're going to finish off with a marching variation because I'm finding that the traction in the lower back when doing belt squat marching is extremely progressive in terms of how I feel post heavy lower body work. Now, what will be interesting is I'm going to take a sumo stance, do a very wide high march, just to see how it feels compared to a narrow stance low march. So just experimenting with a few variations today, as I like to do on volume days, and hopefully the glutes will be a little bit on fire after all of this lower body work. Catch you guys in a few. Started off this lower body volume day strong with 4 sets of 6 across at 260 pounds on the SSB. Now, I'm really building on my volume on the SSB and feeling more confident than ever with it. And because I had never prioritized it in the past, there was quite a bit of room for improvement that I was neglecting when it comes to my overall foundation of strength. So I'm having quite a bit of fun hitting both volume and load PRs week in and week out on this bad boy. Went from here into belt squat good mornings, and this was just frustrating because I initially wanted to do this with a shoulder harness with the intent to have more of a carryover to a barbell or SSB on the back when doing good mornings as I would normally do them. Considering as much, I put the harness on over the shoulders and I could not do a good morning properly considering the belt squat mechanics. So had to switch over to the belt being loaded on the hips, and it was very effective when it came to targeting the hamstrings, glutes, and lower back. I was surprised. I didn't think it would be all that effective. Definitely more emphasis on the glutes and hamstrings compared to a barbell, but I have to increase the load with this variation because 90 pounds was much too light. I ran through sets of 20 with no issues. Then I went into a belt squat high march with the orange band, trying to create some variation with the marching approaches. Got through 2 sets with 50 pounds for 60 seconds and then immediately dropped it down to 10 pounds after because the orange bands presented so much tension that by set 3 I couldn't actually lift my knee that high at all. Because I was so fatigued. So in the future, I'll probably have to drop the band tension to a red or even a thin blue to build up my power, my glutes and hamstrings to handle this variation. It was effective, but I actually overshot it by accident. So all in all, great training session, 2 new exercises. We're making moves. So a little bit of an awkward training session today for lower body. Introducing 2 new exercises in the same workout isn't always the best approach, but it is crucial to continue introducing new variants on different exercises and different ways to load exercises on the body, because the stronger you get, the more variations you're going to need to continue to widen and drive that foundation of strength. And if you leave anything lagging for too long, it's going to be very tough to kind of pivot when it comes to introducing a new variation. You don't want to get to a 600-pound squat and really have no idea where your pistol squat's at, or where different good morning variations may be, because then you have to set those numbers from very low in order to avoid injury. So if you're kind of throwing different variations in along the journey of getting stronger and kind of building those up here and there, sprinkling them into your programming, then when you actually need to draw on one of those to drive stress, you'll know right about where you should start and you won't waste as much time in the gym.